let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it?
EA Sports coverage of the NFL on this fine afternoon brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Baltimore Ravens. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
It's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where you burn that.
Now Brady. He sets up the screen to Jones. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
Though certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. From the gun, it's Brady. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
And taken right at the 35. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 43. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 44. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On first down, Barnett. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. There to stop him was Carlton Davis.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught at the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Makes the score Ravens 7, Buccaneers 0. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for and taken.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Play fake. Mayfield eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it. Now Mayfield lost the football, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. Brady finding Godwin there for a Buccaneer first.
And a key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3-and-out. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Fournette running out of the gun. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
A shotgun give to Fournette. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Game at 7. Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Shrugs. Now a hit and a loose football. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. Running on first down is Fournette, but he can only manage a yard or so before he's brought down.
The 23-yard line.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Fournette. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position. A real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now it's the backup Mayfield. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack.
A 47-yard attempt.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. You'll be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
not
way.
the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. But that was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They go play action now. Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. Before we came up to the booth, the last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
16 yards. First down, Buccaneers.
This is Fournette, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Second and 12. On the run, it's Fournette. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
At the 42-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Shotgun now for Brady. They'll find Miller. That's complete. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. And that makes it 14-10.
Good. Makes the score Ravens 14, Buccaneers 10. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle, pockets
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Buccaneers have once again taken the lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drives, exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
On play action, now Brady on the move to his left. Airing this one out for Evans. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Brady to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Here's Bradley Pena now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Yeah, quick throw here, that's complete. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They go play action with Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off near the 44. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Sometimes I need a check, not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here, as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 40. They run the counter. It's Barnett. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Barnett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Marquise Brown was the intended target, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Going to be stopped up on this 1st down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Now this time, Brady will throw. And that is incomplete here. He was looking for Gronk that time, but now it'll be 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. A pass underneath for Fournette. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down.
1st down, Tampa Bay.
Operating from the gun. Brady. That's out to his running back, Fournette. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
At the 25-yard line.
Now Fournette, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
2 yards. Brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, they snap it to Mayfield. And off the deflection, it's caught. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
He's crossing. He's checking. Kill. Check 4. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Watch out.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Ball carrier.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Baker going to keep this himself. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
The Bucs on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Mayfield looks to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
It's now
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
There'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
38-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
Down at the 41.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Barnett. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll run on first down. Barnett, and this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
44-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Play action. Now Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
82's moving.
Throwing is Jackson. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
The lone receiver left.
Hey, report. Hey, you got 3 down. Check 31.
3rd and goal, Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a play fake. Brady. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done. So
now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. From the gun, Brady, and that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, standing just about on his own goal line. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They'll keep it on the ground. It's Barnett, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
5-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Open space inside the 10. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow. I know it's a never say never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time, gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute it.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He's back to throw. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones.
Brady's pass.
That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
Brings up 2nd and
so the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for the Ravens, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.